Hello students, in this video lecture I will explain you about the electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. See, what do you understand by the term enthalpy? Enthalpy mean energy, right? Enthalpy mean energy. Now, what is the definition? Electron affinity is the amount of energy released when an isolated gaseous neutral atom accepts an electron to form an anion. Okay. For example, say you have taken one isolated gaseous atom, okay, and you are adding one electron into it. So obviously it will change into anion, right? It will change into anion. Now, in order to add this electron, okay, in order to add this electron, some energy is released. That is known as electron affinity. Affinity means tendency to attract. Understood? So here we are talking in terms of energy, right? So whenever we are adding some electron into an isolated gaseous atom, whatever the amount of energy which is released, that is only known as electron affinity. Understood? Whatever the energy released, that is known as electron affinity. Okay, so electron affinity is also measured in electron volt. Already in the last lecture I have explained what is electron volt. 1 electron volt is actually the charge on an electron in joule we have to take, whose value is 1.6 into 10 raised minus 19 joule we will take. Understood? So in adding an electron, whatever the energy is released, that amount of energy is known as electron affinity. Okay. Now electron affinity of an element gives the measure of the ease of an atom to change into an ion. Anion means negatively charged radical. Okay. For example, Cl minus, O2 minus, etc. Understood? So electron affinity values will give you or help us to understand that how easily an atom can be converted into an ion or not. Okay. An electron affinity is the characteristic property which is represented by non-metallic elements. So obviously here we are talking about adding of electron. Now tell me, okay, adding of electron is the property of which? Metal or non-metal? It is a property of non-metal. Okay, so electron affinity also give us or help us to understand the property of non-metal. Okay, electron affinity is said to be positive when energy is released. Now if energy is released, then it is known as positive electron affinity. That means if the process is exothermic, if on adding electron some amount of heat energy is released, then it is known as positive value. Okay, it indicates that an atom is willing to take up electron. Now if there is some release of energy, okay, if there is heat energy is released, if it is exothermic process, then this indicates that atom wants to take the electron. But if you have to provide energy, if we have to provide energy, if the process is endothermic, which means that atom is not willing to take that electron, and as a result of it, forcefully by supplying external energy, we want to add that electron into it. Understood? So the value of electron affinity also help us to understand the nature of an atom, right? Electron affinity is said to be negative if an atom is reluctant to accept an electron. Okay, energy will be required to force them. So if an atom does not want, okay, for example, if you talk about metal, now highly reactive metal, they are already having excess of electrons. Why they will take any surplus electron, or why they will add, or why they will allow any surplus electron to get added into their configuration? It will increase their instability. It will make them very unstable. So in that case, if you are going against the their nature, then obviously you have to apply what? Force. Yes, which mean we have to apply more amount of energy. Got it? Now, factors affecting the electron affinity. First is atomic size. Now, see, just understand one thing. Say this is the nucleus, positive side, and this is the outermost orbit. Say this is nucleus, and see this is the distance of the outermost orbit. Okay. Now another I am drawing, this is the nucleus, and say this is the distance of the outermost orbit. I am marking it as A, I am marking it as B, and I am marking it as C. Now here we can see that B, the distance or the atomic radius of B is greater than A, and C is least. Now if I keep an electron over here, suppose I am keeping just an electron at the vicinity of this atom. Now who is pulling this electron toward the center? Opposite charge, which means nucleus. If the distance between the nucleus and the electron is more, then in that case electron affinity will be less. But if the distance between the nucleus and the electron is less, then the nucleus with its full-fledged charge can easily attract or add this electron, which means in this case electron affinity is more. Understood? So what do we understand? That with the increase in atomic size, electron affinity decreases. So if the distance atomic size is more, then the tendency to attract or the distance between the nucleus and the electron will be more. In that case electron affinity will also decrease. Understood? So because nucleus has lesser attraction on electrons, a small atom takes up electron more readily than a large one. Now if you compare the atomic radius or atomic size of a metal and non-metal, you will see the atomic size of metals are more compared to the non-metal, which means that non-metal can easily attract electron, whereas the metals will face problem in attracting the electron. Why? Because the distance from the nucleus and the electron, outermost electron, is more. In that case electron affinity will be less. Understood? Next is nuclear charge. Obviously if the nuclear charge is more, electron affinity will be also more. If the nucleus have greater power, greater charge, positive charge, then it can easily pull that electron into itself, right? Understood? So in that case, with increase in nuclear charge, we will say the electron affinity increases because the tendency of the atom to accept electron also increases. Okay, so generally non-metals, they have more nuclear charge, so non-metal have greater electron affinity than the metal. Understood? Electron affinity of inert gas is 0 because the elements with stable electronic configuration are unable to accept the electron. So electrons affinity of the inert gases, okay, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, okay, they are all inert gas. They are already stable. Now why they will accept electron? Understood? They will not. So a thing which is already in stable condition, why it will go to, or why will it will to go to instability? No one. So the noble gases also have the tendency not to attract any electron. So their electron affinity is 0, absolutely 0, because the electrons are not being added, so there is no release of energy. So if there is no release of energy, then electron affinity becomes 0. Okay, follow these trends, you can see. Okay, the minus value, so with the negative value you should know that which is more easily, in which you can more easily add the electron. Understood? See here, oxygen, fluorine minus 3.5, so it can easily attract the electron. Now chlorine has highest electron affinity, so underline this point, this can be a question, 1 mark question. Chlorine has the highest electron affinity. So if it is asked that which element in the periodic table has the highest electron affinity, so you will write chlorine has the highest electron affinity. Okay, and which is the highest electronegative element? Fluorine, right? Now third point, variation of electron affinity in the periodic table. Now what happens when you move from left to right in the periodic table? Yes, generally when we move from left to right in the periodic table, yes, in the left side you will get the metallic character, and in the right side you will get the non-metallic character. Yes, so generally what happens, the non-metals, they have greater electron affinity. So what can we say, that in moving across the period from left to right, electron affinity increases. Okay, the electron affinity increases in a period as we move from left to right, because the atomic size decreases across a period and nuclear charge increases. Okay, next, electron affinity in a group. Now just think, when we move down a group from top to the bottom, what happened? At the top we have non-metals, and at the bottom we have metallic character. So as we see, the non-metallic character is more at the top and metallic character is more at the bottom. So what can we say, in a group or from top to bottom in a group, electron affinity decreases because metal have less tendency to attract the electrons. So electron affinity decreases in a group when you move from top to bottom, because atomic radius increases and the nuclear charge also increases, but its effect is small because the distance between the nucleus and the electrons, outermost electron, is increasing, which means although the nuclear have more charge, but because of the distance it cannot pull that electron efficiently. Understood? So I will end the lecture till here. Go watch this video nicely, understand and try to solve the questions. Okay.